All right, in the midst of the Patriots signing Cam Newton as a distraction, the NFL also handed down the Patriots their penalty for filming the Bengals and Browns games last season. Let's talk about it. Hit that subscribe button, bell icon button. I'll put the screenshot on the screen so you can check it out, specifically what they said if I get anything wrong. But I do appreciate it. Check out our NFL Talk playlist for more videos like this. And one of the penalties was $1.1 million fine to the team. They lost a third-round pick, and their film team will not be able to record any games this coming season. Now, what happened here is the Patriots say they were just filming the Bengals and Browns games, for their docu-series they had. I think it might have came on Amazon or something. But it turned out some of the film that the NFL went through seems like they were still in the Bengals sign for an upcoming game. Now, the Bengals had one of the worst records in the league last year. They turned their quarterbacks over a few times, and this got off to a bad start post Marvin Lewis era. And I think people see how important Marvin Lewis was to that organization. But they tried to say that they was just recording it for their documentary or docuseries, and it came out that they actually was recording it to get an advantage on the Bengals. So the Patriots have been cheating for over almost 2 or 3 decades now. 2 decades going on 3 if they cheat this coming year, or to some point to 2029. It doesn't surprise me. This is what happens when you keep getting people slaps on the wrist. And the same thing in the NCAA. They sweep shit that Coach Krzyzewski, Coach K doing Duke. They sweep certain things on the rug, but they get a death blow to the SMU. If these was the Detroit Lions, the Indianapolis Colts, the Jacksonville Jaguars, the penalty would have been way more severe. But the NFL, they love Boston. Look at the Goodell is somewhere from the Northeast. You know what I'm saying? A lot of the NFL, top people, the white collar people are from the Northeast. So you got to understand they bias towards that area. We know Boston and that Northeast, New Hampshire and all them, it's just hella racist. So they not going to drop the hammer, even on the Boston Red Sox, for that manager that came from Houston and he took his sign stealing shit to Boston, and we all know he did. And also, remember when the St. Louis Cardinals got caught cheating, stealing signs, and they swept that shit under the rug. So, they selective on who they dish out punishment to. They always dish out punishments to the small mid-markets and in the smaller schools and college. So, at the end of the day, they lose a third-round draft pick. Who cares? You know what I'm saying? Bill Belichick can still find a way. But you had to cheat versus the Bengals is one of the most pathetic things that I've heard. They play tough down the stretch. They got a new coach. But the cheat versus the Bengals, and that's just what they got caught cheating. So who else they been stealing signs for and cheating? At some point, you got to ban the Patriots from the postseason, straight up and down. At some point, you got to take a first-round pick. They getting caught in cheating, all the above should be done. But the NFL had their favors. Now, if this was, a team like, who else we got? The Arizona Cardinals, they'll drop the hammer on the Cardinals for that. If they won a Super Bowl, they'll go back and say, oh, nope, you can't have that Super Bowl. So let's just let you know how unfair the NFL is. It's not an even playing field. None of the major sports is. They got their favorites. They got who they want to push to the championship. And, like I said, a lot of people talk about boxing since the beginning of, sports, organized sports era being one of the most corrupt sports. But I think if you was able to peel back, and kind of look up underneath in some of these sports are probably more dirty than boxing. Probably like the dirtiest sports you ever seen. So at the end of the day, it is what it is. I know New England, they not tripping about it. They'll move on. And you notice how they announced the penalties when they announced Cam Newton as a distraction. Everybody focused on Cam coming to New England. So the NFL is going to always help the Patriots and certain other teams cover. They dropped it. They dropped that news right when they dropped the Cam Newton news. So people won't hone in on what they were saying. So, it is what it is. Let me know what you guys think. Don't forget me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Twitter's the fastest way than IG, then Facebook. If you need, you can touch me for a business question, inquiry, response, your video request. Want to drop a donation, just share the video if you haven't subscribed, comment. But if you want to drop a donation to share and Cash App, PayPal in the description. One time for the one time we're gone.